record this. I'm gonna record this so that way we have a filler video because I didn't realize that I didn't have that many. I thought that I had more videos stockpiled. I did not, and I thought that I had more like more scheduled. I did not. So that's why we're recording this. Now it's not going to be that long video, so follow me on Twitch anyway, because this is being recorded off of a stream. So there's been more on this. I've been talking a bit about stuff. So yeah. Like, okay, look, I don't really like to get into politics that much. However, if it comes up in a conversation, and so long as we can be in the conversation of we're not going to get mad at each other because even though we subscribe to a certain point of politics, which most of the people in my friend group don't, but we're going to talk about this. We're not gonna go at it and say no, I'm right, you're wrong. No, this is gonna be a full-on just conversation about like what we think about politics, like what we think is happening. And I prefer that version over like regular like debates, because at that point it's no longer debate, it's just an argument. And people are like, what's the difference between an argument and debate? An argument and debate is just figuring out who difference between an argument and debate is an argument is just trying to be right. A debate is you two going into a room and being like, okay, this is what I believe, this is what you believe. Let's talk about this. An argument is, but then again, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that just sounds like they're the same." Well, you see, an argument is just two people screaming at each other. A debate is just two people having a conversation about their beliefs and saying, "Well, this is why I believe I'm right, and this is why you believe you're right," and you both walk out with an argument is just two people yelling at each other and both walking out of that room angrier than ever, and a debate is just two people just having a conversation and being like, okay, this is what I believe and this is what you believe. Let's continue talking about our beliefs, having a debate, and we will both walk out. And even if we do not believe the same thing each other believes at the end, we will both walk out with an understanding of what each other believes.
Sneaking around just feels naughtier, doesn't it?
Okay. But there was another one with 5 now.
Cheap! Alright, well, I guess we'll see what weapons Carl can source for us. Kareem was never the best. Probably a good thing he's no longer a wheelman. Still, he should be able to source us some getaway vehicles. Yep, she terrifies me, but she's the best of the bunch.
Okay. We're just gonna get the cards.
So, we need key cards to get into the vault access tunnel. The Duggins contracted the same company as Bolingbroke Penn. That's where we're gonna get some cards. They're being held by a guard. First thing you need is a prison bus and some outfits, so we can con our way into the place. Location's with you now. Go for it.
Okay, understandable. I'm on my way. Not smoking yet. We're smoking now. We're smoking now. Okay. Okay, never mind. We're not smoking yet. You know, sometimes we'll have like talks about like people who are like haters. Sometimes, and one of the things about haters for me is that sometimes they're just funny to me. Like I've mentioned this before, and I've told this story before several times, and I'm gonna tell it again. There was this one guy on my Twitch stream. Was it on my Twitch stream or was on? Well, it was either on Twitch or on YouTube. But somebody came in and was like, "Oh wow, grown ass man playing games, get a job." Honestly, I found that one funny because not 10 seconds before they came in, did I talk about how I was gonna have to like end the stream because I end the stream early because I had to head into work.
What you up to?
Right. You know what to do. Hijack that bus and you can use it to drive right through the front gates of Bolingbroke.
How did I not kill him? Okay, he's driving fast. Get up! What? What? How am I not hitting him? Got it. Why? 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 No, 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 no. Also, apparently they took off the toggle thing in like they don't like when you snipe. You guys to hold it down.
Good job. This bus and those prison guard uniforms should be all you need to waltz right into Bolingbroke and get what we need.
Okay, I got it. It's the last thing what we're gonna do. Best viewers on new booster. What? That's new. I mean, it's not new to the stream. That's been here for a while, but that's new that it's giving me that stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Let me ban them because I know that. There we go. Got rid of it. I think that's one of the reasons why people don't come in is because they just see a bot and they're like, oh, it's this guy. That's another thing. That's probably it. We're gonna do this last one. Do this last one. You know, I just did some math in my head and I feel dumb for it because I actually had to count on my fingers because I was like, if I'm working from 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, how long would that be? And I was like, why not just multiply it by 2 or add it to each other? I actually had to count on my fingers. Oh. Oh. You know, I remember back when I worked at Village Inn, this was actually a few years ago, 2 years ago. I during Thanksgiving, we would get this truck, and it would be filled with carrot cake, cheesecake, and all the pies that we had in stock, which if I can remember would be it was carrot cake, cheesecake, then we had apple pie, pumpkin pie with whipped cream. We would have then there was French silk, um, lemon meringue, um, lemon lemon something, key lime pie. Yeah, what was it? Cherry pie, peach pie, rhubarb pie, which is strawberry rhubarb. Which actually I have a story about that, but we'll get to in a moment. But anyway, there was probably more, but it's still I. Oh yeah, Caramel pecan silk. There was that too. Anyway, back to this. Anyway, yeah. There was a certain point where we needed to we needed to like organize some stuff, but we needed to move some pallets out of the way. So in order to do that, we had to get like all this stuff and start stacking them up. And then after we were done with that, we had to get like the pallets, some certain pallets out of the way. However, we could not get the pallets because why? Well, for two reasons. One, they were frozen to the floor, and two, because this entire like truck was basically a giant freezer. So one, it was frozen to the floor, and two, whoever packed this stuff packed them way too close to each other, to the point where they was just squishing the last one in there. So what I decided to do, and they're like, "Oh, we need to get this out. We need to get this out." And what I decided to do was, I had a hatchet in my car, still do, and so I got that, and went to the pallet, started hacking at the pallet until it was able to get out. And I get it out, and my manager is like, "Why do you have a hatchet in your car?" And I'm like, "For times like this." For times like this. It's like, we were having trouble getting something out, and I get it out, and you question my method. You guys literally are like, "Oh, well, we need to somehow get it out of here." I'm like, done. Well, what if we needed the pallet? We didn't. We would always just throw them away. We would always just throw them out.
That's the guy. Take him down and grab what you came for. Great, you got him. Now get the hell out of there.
Okay. So, that's my story. And it's like, why do you have a hatchet in your car? I'm like, just in case something like this comes up. Sometimes I go camping and I need wood. I have a hatchet. There you go. Oh well. So that's my story, and like my questioning is, why is it that like you're like, "Oh, we need a way of getting it out," and when somebody is like, "Yeah, okay, I got a way of getting it out," you immediately question why. It's like, "Oh no," like you immediately are concerned why they have that they have that option. Okay, hold on, I need to leave the area. Okay, rhubarb pie story. Actually, I have several stories with this. Not with the rhubarb pie, but I have several like pie stories and one cake story. Yeah, 2 pie stories, 1 cake story. Yeah. So rhubarb pie. We sold it to somebody, and here's the thing: the full name of the rhubarb pie was strawberry rhubarb pie. It has strawberry and has rhubarb in it. Okay, I'll end this stream video when I'm done with the story. And someone came in and they're like, "Yes, I would like some rhubarb pie. I would like one." Wait, hold on. Is that what I think it is? Please be what I think it is. No. It is not. It is not. Okay, so we're fine. We're fine. Okay. So strawberry rhubarb pie. So it has strawberry and it has rhubarb in it. Okay? Makes sense, right? Well, some guy asked for a slice of strawberry rhubarb pie, and we're like, "Okay, let's go get it for you." So we get the rhubarb pie, we cut it up, we had rhubarb pie, we had different pies in already pre-cut, so that way we can easily get the slice out. And we get the slice of the pie. He comes back about 10 minutes later complaining about how it has something in it. So we take a look at it, and we see that there is something in it. He's like, "Yeah, I don't think I want the pie if it has that in there." And we're like, "Okay, I know what that thing is. I immediately know what that thing that he says that he doesn't like that's in there is. But because we were trying to be compliant, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get you another slice. We gave him another slice. It didn't have that thing in. It didn't have that thing in there, but and so he was like, yeah, I'll take it. So he took it, and we put it back, and they're like, throw it away. I'm like, what? And I'm like, why? Why do we need to throw it away? It's like, because we don't want that in there. I'm like, yes, you do. It's like, what do you mean? No, we don't want the. And I'm thinking, and it's like, that's rhubarb. What is in there? What they saw that's in there that they didn't like is rhubarb. Like, look, I'm going to show you what rhubarb looks like. Hold on. This is what rhubarb looks like. This is what rhubarb looks like. There's strawberry rhubarb pie. It had this. It had this in there. This is what they were. This is what it was. And they looked at that. They were like, they saw this, like this, but looking like this, and they're like, yeah, I don't want that. Anyway, that's my story. So I'll see you guys later.